Welcome to Coffee Talk with Daisy on this August 19th, 2018. This is the fourth time I have tried to do this video today and you're all laughing at me because I keep rambling. I can't pick a topic. It's really hard for me to pick a topic today and I don't know why. I start on one topic and then I start rambling about other stuff. My brain is all over the place. I do hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Um, I've had several topics running through my head. I had a suggestion about talking about great clubs that get run into the ground by their lovely owners, but we've all seen that happen in SL more times than I can count. I've watched clubs come and go. It's just one of those things. I think I think I'm struggling to find a topic and to let my brain settle because of a lot of things. My real life has been a mess the last few days. Um, my older brother died on Thursday. He had ALS. That's Lou Gehrig's disease, if you need a pretty name for it. It's what Stephen Hawking had. He got diagnosed almost 2 years ago. It's been 18 months. And the fact that he made it that long was a big thing for him because they didn't think he'd make it the year. But I think the hardest part of all of that is that in the end, my mother and I saw where we stood in my brother's world. The night that he died, my sister-in-law didn't call my mother. She didn't call me. She really didn't call anyone on our side of the family. She posted it on Facebook an hour after he died. And I'm the one, the daughter, that had to call my mom and tell her that her son had died. And I don't think that's fair because that's not my job. She's the one who should have called my mom to tell her that her son had died. But I guess that's neither here nor there at this point. I think what makes me the angriest is that as of yesterday afternoon, she still had not called my mother. I guess my sister-in-law thought that it would be our job, mine or my cousin's or my aunt's, to tell my mother all the news that she's posting on Facebook. That's not my job. I'm her daughter, but that's my brother, and I'm not there. If I was there, if it had happened while I was there, I would have called my mom and said, hey, look, this is what happened. But I'm in Texas. They're in North Carolina. I've had several people ask me if I'm going to go to the funeral. I'm not. I will say goodbye to my brother in my own way, in my own time, but I can't go to the funeral. One, I would probably say something to my sister-in-law that would probably get me arrested, and two, my father is going to be there. And I would like to tell y'all a story about my father so that you understand why when I say that I don't want to be around my father, I actually mean it. When I was 13 years old, my father told my mother that it was my fault that he didn't want to be around me. And the reason why it was my fault is because I'm becoming like her. I am my mother's daughter. I am not going to lie. She's the one who raised me. It was going to happen. So, our relationship was very strained. I've not seen my father since I was 15. I'm 38 now, so you can do the math. I have not spoken to my father other than a few brief conversations over the last years. He's never met his grandson. It's kind of a bone of contention for me. And so, if I had gone to the funeral, I probably would have had it out with my dad. And that's not fair to my brother either. My brother was not the best person. Like I told someone the other day, my brother was a douchebag. But he was my brother. My older brother, 7 years. That's a long time between kids, but there was still that brother-sister thing going on there. I just don't think it would have been in anyone's best interest for me to be there. And I want to tell y'all the reason why I'm sharing this real life with y'all today. Pardon the noises you hear. My ear was itching. I think that in Second Life we forget how to connect with people. We see the words on the screen or we get into voice and we talk. but it's still very shallow conversations. We don't share, especially with those that we're close with. We keep things to ourselves. We bottle it up, or we just say, well, there's just stuff going on. But it's more than that. Our real life affects our second life. No matter how much you think it doesn't, it really does. We need to remember that when we're interacting with people and dealing with things that are going on, that our real life does affect our second life, and our second life affects our real life. It bleeds back and forth. There is no difference between one or the other. And what I don't get are those people who say, well, I keep second life and real life separate. You can't do that. You can't keep them separate because there's emotions there. There's a person there. If you can step into SL and say, I can keep them separate, there is nothing I can do in second life that's going to affect my real life, then you're lying to yourself, because it's going to happen. You're going to step in there and you're going to make a friend, or you're going to step in there and you're going to meet someone, and they're still going to be a part of your real life. They're like, well, I keep my second life and my real life separate. Whatever happens in second life stays there. Yes, but when you leave second life and you go into your real life, you're still thinking about the things that happened in second life. Or you say, well, they're just a relationship in second life. They have nothing to do with my real life. That's not true either, because ultimately they're in your head. The moment you say, I can keep them apart, you're lying to yourself, because there's always going to be emotions involved. I'm going to stop rambling now, because I think I actually got out what I needed to this time. You guys have a great, great day.